Hi, I'm Jeanette Woodward with the Green River Area Development District, and I'm the designated administrator for Kentucky's Aging and Disability Database, commonly known as SAMS. Today we're going to talk about the status wizard. So let's get started with that. I've already logged into SAMS, so you'll need to use your username and password to log into SAMS. And then we'll see how it works and how we want to use it. So with that, I'll share my screen. And you should be seeing my screen now. So you'll see it spinning because I haven't selected a client yet, but we're going to do that. As a tip, I always use this search bar. It's probably the most efficient way to get around in SAMS. So let's try that. I'm going to type in Pink Panther. And there's Pink Panther. So we're going to click on Pink Panther and open that. You can see that Pink Panther has a status of active, and you can see that right here where it says active yes. So what we are going to do is we're going to close out Pink Panther from services. We're going to pretend that he has passed away and that no services are needed. So to do that, we're going to use what I refer to as the status wizard. That is up here in the top of the screen, and it's in this teeny blue. You probably heard me refer to it as teeny demonic blue, but it is difficult to read, but that's where it is. We're going to click on Status Wizard up here toward the top middle. Now, you get three different choices here. You can edit the consumer, deactivate and close, or transfer enrollments. For this illustration, we're going to deactivate and close. So I'm going to hit the teeny blue next here. Now, what I like to do when I'm using the Status Wizard, just for ease and simplicity, I click Items to Edit All. So we're going to check that box, and then we're going to select the date for that to take effect. So the date that I have selected is August 26th, which is today's date as I record it. And I've selected Items to Edit All, and you can see everything is checked. And then you have these sub-menus, which are drop menus, to make selections. If you use Activity Status, you'll want to mark that as completed. There isn't a reason associated with that. Enrollment Status, this is where we decide what the reason is that all these services are being stopped. So for these, we're saying that he's deceased. Now notice you have a variety of choices here, and you can use any of these that you need to. I do think it's better to use a more descriptive service rather than saying just terminated. It's a good way to tell your story. So we're going to click deceased, and there's no enrollment reason. Care plan status is going to be closed service. Care plan reason is going to be terminated. Service plan status will be completed. There isn't a service plan reason. If you use service orders, then that would be closed, and the reason would be service stopped. If you use service suspensions, then it would be case closed. I don't think many of us use those, but just so you know, if you do decide to use those. Now here's a really important thing you want to do. You want to overall set the deactivation reason why you're doing this. Again, you have multiple choices and you want to tell your story. In this case, we're going to click deceased, but you could use that if they moved out of state or whatever the case may be. Then the other second very important thing to do is to click this box that says Apply End Date to open service plans and schedules. So we're going to click and check that box. So take a moment to review the screen and look at what we've selected here. This can be valuable to you as you go through your list of clients that you need to update. Okay, now that you've had a moment to look at the screen, The thing that we're going to do next is click Next, which is this tiny blue up here in the top right corner of the second, I guess, box area. So we're going to click Next. And my screen is cutting off some of this, so I'll scroll over so you can see it. But what this is doing is giving you a review to see what each care enrollment looks like in each association in here. And you can see this as you scroll down through the records. What you're going to do is you're going to validate this to make sure that everything is in alignment and you're not causing any errors. By that I mean, if you chose a date that was prior to the date someone was opened, or you did something that conflicted with the records that exist, you would get an error. I'm going to click Validate, and this is what you want to see. You see validation succeeded, so it's telling us to click Commit to save these modifications. So we're going to click OK here, and then the last step of this process is to simply hit this tiny blue Commit. Now, the reason this is important is it's a quick and easy way to update your client records. It's also very important to keep your client records updated because you want to be able to tell your story better. If you're using the date functions in SAMS and you're closing out the clients with the appropriate reasons, you can start to see how long you're serving people. You can start to tell your story of how much money you're saving from these people not having to be in a nursing home and those sorts of things. It's really a great testament to the services we offer. Okay, now you see the update was successful, so you may close this window. So I'm going to click OK, and that's all there is to it. Really pretty simple. And you can see when you look at the record now that all of this has been updated in one swoop. So you were able to use that status wizard and get complete updates here and also here in your care plans, which he doesn't have any. If he had activities and enrollments, referrals, these would all be updated, and you can see that completed all the way down. So I hope this is helpful. Please let me know if you have questions. My email is my name, JeanetteWoodward @grad.com. That's Jeanette Woodward @grad.com. So I hope this helps you. If you have questions or suggestions, please let me know. Thank you.